I'm Gerard Paul, the pro-life guy. You know, sometimes pro-choice advocates take it way too far, and they throw the spin out in cycles. Here's a related story, which I'm going to share with you, which will show you this. A Pennsylvania man, and I'll leave a link to this story in the description so you can check it out. A Pennsylvania man has been charged with raping a 13-year-old neighbor who got pregnant and burying the body after the girl performed a home abortion. Police say 30-year-old Michael James Lisk buried the body on Saturday in the woods near his home in Kunkletown in eastern Pennsylvania. He buried the aborted baby's body? He must be pro-choice, right? Police say Lisk told them that he suspected that he got the girl pregnant. Well, you think? The girl told investigators she had attempted an abortion on herself days earlier, and the baby was stillborn. She went to a hospital, and medical workers contacted the police. Lisk was then arraigned on charges of rape of a child, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, and also charged with concealing the death of a child and abuse of a corpse. He was charged with concealing the death of a child and the abuse of a human corpse. In other words, they charged him. This baby was in the womb and it was aborted, and he hid it, and they charged him with concealing the death of a child and the abuse of a human corpse. A human child, a human baby. Come on, pro-choicers. I don't hear anything. You guys always claim that the baby in the womb is not a human and that it's not a child. Well, the law says it is. Lisk was arraigned Monday on charges, and he is being held in lieu of $50,000 bail. Now, let me go to this next story, because this next story here is related to this one. And I'm going to leave a link for both stories in the description so you can check it out. Abortion advocates are responding to a bizarre case of self-induced abortion by claiming abortion isn't promoted enough. A 13-year-old Pennsylvania girl reportedly conducted a self-abortion using a lead pencil after her much older boyfriend subjected her to statutory rape. Who do you think came up with the idea of the pencil? Her or her boyfriend? They both seem just as dumb. This pro-abortion group, I'm not going to say their name, you can read it in the link, used the occasion not as a chance to condemn statutory rape. They used the occasion not as a chance to admit how legalizing abortion didn't stop the self-induced back alley abortion it was designed to prevent. But they used the occasion to attack pro-life laws and promote abortion further. I see that's where the spin comes in. It's a stark reminder of what happens when a desperate woman gets pregnant and will do anything to end the pregnancy when there are no safe means available. No safe means available. Let me read on. She says there's no safe means available, yet legalized abortion is available throughout Pennsylvania, though it is clearly unsafe, as a woman in Philadelphia recently found out when she died from a botched abortion on an abortion table. Happens all the time, women dying on the abortion table. But you know, when you go for the abortion, you sign that paper before the doctor does anything to you. You know what that does? It limits his liabilities. In other words, you can't sue him. Your family can't sue him. You die, and you gave him permission to do what he wanted to do, or what he had to do. One guy says, as a parental consent state, Pennsylvania does not have legal access to abortion for a young teen. But what they failed to mention is that all she would have to do is get a judicial override, and that the baby killing center would be happy to help her get that. In other words, she can go to Planned Parenthood, and they would be happy to help her get the judicial override in order to get her the abortion. Okay? Not only that, if she went to Planned Parenthood, they would have hid the fact that her boyfriend is 30 years old. They would have helped her. They would have showed her how to lie to get around it. In my opinion. If you go on YouTube and search out these videos, there's plenty of videos of Planned Parenthood, a Planned Parenthood counselor, giving an underage teen the advice to lie and to help their boyfriend, their much older boyfriend, get away with statutory rape, and also to lie to get around their parents and not let them know that she had an abortion. It happens all the time. Anyway, I just wanted to point out these two stories to you, okay? You got the girl, she goes ahead, she aborts herself, the boyfriend buries the baby, and a pro-choice group comes out and uses the spin to make it look like, you know, well, she had no other choice. It's not true. You see, they lie to you, and you believe them, because you don't really check out the facts, okay? But if you check out the facts, you will see there's a lot of devious undercurrent in this pro-abortion industry, so-called pro-choice. And a lot of it comes from Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood, who all they want to do is abort your child. That's all. You know why? Because they make money from it. They make money. They abort your child. They make money from aborting your child. In special cases, they do it for free, but they still make money from the body parts. They dissect your child like a frog, and they sell the body parts to vaccine companies, to cosmetic companies, to research laboratories. They make close to $10,000 off of your dead baby. Why do you think everybody wants to help you kill your baby for? Please, check out these two stories in the link. And like I always say, thank you for watching my videos. Life is a miracle. Save the babies.